Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing a video on how I keep my foundation on all day. I mean, I already have a video on that, but pretty much if you're oily, this video is going to be from you. From skincare all the way down to how I keep my oil from breaking through throughout the day. So we're going to do our foundation, and everything that I'm using is for oily skin or even acne prone skin, I guess you could consider it. And then later on tonight, I'm going to do a wear test. So later on tonight, I'm going to come back and show you guys how I look after an 8-hour day. Now, I just woke up, so I should be coming back around 9-ish. But I'm going to start by cleansing my skin. And I use the LaRoche Posay Effaclar cleanser. This is a purifying foaming cleanser. And this is for oily skin and acne prone skin. You can find LaRoche Posay pretty much anywhere. Target, Ulta, Walgreens, pretty much anywhere. So it's just a gel-like cleanser, and I'm just going to put that all over my skin. I love using this. If you watch my skincare video, I mentioned that I love using this in the morning time, besides using my African black soap, because it's not as harsh on my skin. So then after that, I am going to moisturize, and I'm going to use the other product in the line is the Effaclar Matte Moisturizer. This is a moisturizer that's going to keep my skin from getting oily. It's going to have anti-shine, anti-dilated pores, and or enlarged pores, and it's a moisturizer for oily skin. So I just use a little dot because I do wear makeup, and I'm going to be putting on quite a bit of layers of makeup, so I don't want to have a thick moisturizer on my skin, and it's not pretty thick. It's a nice lotion-y feel. So now I am going to go ahead and do my brows and my eyes off camera, and then I'm going to come back and do all of my face routine on how I keep my oil from breaking through. Alright you guys, I'm back. So if you want to see this eye look, it will be at the end of this video. But I'm going to start by priming my face, and there's two primers that I really like. This one is the Becca Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Yeah, got that right finally. And then the second one is the Sacha Mattifying Face Primer. This one's about 20 bucks, and this one might be about 25 to 30 bucks. So I'm going to go with the Becca because this is, you know, my holy grail. This is the one that keeps my skin tight and bright. So I'm going to put that in the areas where I'm oily, which is the center of my face. And just blend that out with my fingers. Now this feels kind of silky at first, and then once you kind of pat it into the skin, that's when it turns a little more like sticky tacky. So I pat it after I smooth it, and then it's going to feel a little tighter. So now that I've let that sit and settle into my skin, I am going to use my Airspun Loose Face Powder. This is a trick that I learned earlier this year, actually. I don't know what I was working at Walgreens, and I was like, how can I keep my nose from getting oily, because it would be oily by the end of the day. And finally I decided to take the powder on a powder brush and just pack it all over the areas where I get oily. So I look like a fool, but it worked. It worked really well. And then that's when I filmed the video, and you guys were like, this is perfect for summer. I've never tried that. Or some of you guys are like, yes, this is a lifesaver. I've tried that before. And I was like, I didn't even know. Why didn't anybody tell me? So this is something that I do when I need my foundation to last for, or my face to last for a very long time. So I just pat it all over and inhale a whole bunch of powder. And then for foundation, there's two foundations that I really, really, really love. The Revlon ColorStay foundation. This is for combo to oily skin. I am in the shade Cappuccino. And the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation in the shade Deep 7-8. I love this foundation. As you can see, it's getting near and near and near and gone. So today I'm going to use my Revlon because I used this yesterday and I loved it. So I usually take about 3 pumps, maybe 4, depending on how full coverage I want it to be. And then just blend this and pat this into the skin. And this is a L'Oreal foundation blender. It's really nice, you guys. If you want like a cheap drugstore foundation blender or like a beauty blender, this one is really nice. I love this more than I do the beauty blender because it's softer and it just blends into the skin a lot better, I feel. So I am just going to pounce this all into my skin, you guys. So as you can see, it's flawless. It doesn't look white or cakey or anything like that. The only white you can see is on the side of the nose, but concealer will cover that. But it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. It doesn't feel cakey. It feels 100% normal. So for concealer, I'm going to use none other than my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is just my go-to. It is very full coverage, and it does what it's supposed to. So for highlighting, you can even buy one for contouring if you want. So I'm just placing that in the center of my forehead, down the sides of my nose, my cupid's bow, and under the eyes and chin. That is where I highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that on, blend that out with the same beauty blender. Alright, you guys, so now I'm going to use my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm going to do my setting like I normally do. So the side of the nose, under the eye, and the chin, and then down the bridge of the nose, and then the center of the forehead. So you guys know I let the sides of my nose bake a little longer, and the bridge of my nose bake, and then the rest of the areas I just pounce into the skin with the beauty sponge just to blend that in. It just molds everything together a lot better. And you can do this with whatever powder you use. You can use your beauty sponge, just swipe it into the powder and then set your face. Just looks really, really good when you do that. And then we're going to go ahead and contour, and I'm using none other than my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, of course. And I'm going to use this Decay brush. It's like a powder brush, but I use it to contour when I don't want like a super defined, structured contour. And just go ahead and contour the perimeter of my face. If you want to know how to exactly contour your face, I will link the video down below. I just did a how to highlight and contour / my updated foundation routine video. So you can watch that if you haven't already. And then for blush, I am using a Wet n Wild blush. This is in the shade Berry Shimmer with a Sigma F40 large contour brush. Just for a light flush of color. And then to highlight, I am using the City Color Highlight Trio. You can get City Color from like 5 and below if there's one near you. And I'm going to use this, I don't know, it's like a large fluffy brush from Morphe to highlight. And I'm using this shade right here in the corner. And just using that to add some glow. Gives a nice kind of like light, radiant glow. So then I just take my sponge and once again just pounce that powder into the skin. Alright you guys, so the last and final step is spraying your face, and I'm going to use my Urban Decay. This is the Deslick makeup setting spray for oil control. I have the All Nighter, and then I have a Derma Blend that I really, really like to use as well, but I figured I'd use this one because you can buy this little size for like 12 bucks, so. Whew. So that, you guys, wraps up the routine on how I'm going to keep my oil controlled. So I will be back. It is now 2 o'clock, so I will be back at about 10 o'clock if I'm up that late, or whenever I'm like, oh, I want to take my makeup off type thing. I will be back to show you guys the final result and how I look at the end of the day. So I'll see you guys in a few hours. Hi you guys, so I am back. Everything is so bright. Oh my gosh, filming at night, I just feel like the lights are just so damn bright. But this is my face. It is 9:07, so it has been about, oh, I know I got up at 12 and I finished this video at 12, so it's been about 9 hours since I did the skincare portion of this video, but I think I finished filming around 1, 2-ish, so it's been anywhere between 9 to 7 hours, so pretty much a day at work, and this is my skin. it looks pretty darn decent, you guys. The only thing I will say is the nose area. Oh, and I also showered. So I showered, so there's been steam, there's been coldness because I've been outside, there's been wind, I've been outside. I've also been sitting, I've been eating, so that's why my lips are pretty crusty, but everything else has pretty much been normal. So the nose, my nose is pretty, it's got a little bit of shine. So my nose, this is a little bit of foundation coming off of my nose, but other than that, everything still looks really good. Yeah, everything else looked pretty good. I will say, you guys, that although my nose area and the center of my forehead area is very oily, everything else is pretty normal. So using extremely, like I use a lot of mattifying primers, it was really tight around the perimeter of my face. Like I felt like I needed like a refresher spray just to refresh my skin because I felt like it was like super tight. But if you have really, really oily skin, then doing all of the steps that I did at the beginning of this video is going to work really, really good for you, and your skin is going to look flawless. Like this is the end of my skin, you guys. So yeah! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also share it with your fellow oily skin friends or followers or family or anything like that. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you go. And also, if you haven't entered the giveaway from on this eye makeup look, then go ahead and enter that. That video will be at the end of this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.